Welcome, amazing friends, to English Empire. I'm so happy you're here because today we're unlocking a simple habit that can speed up your learning, build unshakable confidence, and transform the way you speak English. Have you ever felt shy when you try to speak? Do you catch yourself thinking in your native language first, then struggling for the right English words? You're not alone. And here's the truth most learners don't realize. The people who sound effortless weren't born that way. They didn't rely on secret teachers or expensive courses. They practiced something surprisingly simple. They talked to themselves every day. It may sound unusual, but it's brilliant. Self-talk is one of the oldest, most effective techniques used by language learners, public speakers, and leaders. When you talk to yourself in English, you train your brain to think in English, your mouth to move naturally, and your confidence to rise. No classrooms, no fear, no waiting for a partner. Just you, your voice, your mirror, and your dream. In this lesson, I'll show you not only why self-talk works, but how to do it powerfully, so your words flow, your pronunciation feels natural, and English becomes a daily habit you actually enjoy. If you're ready to transform your English, hit like, share your progress in the comments, and subscribe to English Empire. Your journey to fluent, confident English starts now. Take a deep breath, smile at yourself, and let's start the journey. The mind learns through repetition and sound. When you hear yourself speaking English, something amazing happens in your brain. Your brain starts to connect sound with meaning. It strengthens the pathways that help you think directly in English instead of translating from your native language. Let's say you want to say, "I'm going to the market to buy some apples." At first, your brain may think in your native language, then translate each word into English. That's slow. That's tiring. That's why many learners freeze when speaking. But if you talk to yourself, even simple sentences like, "I'm going to the market," "I'll take a bag," "It's sunny today," your brain starts recognizing these patterns as automatic. After repeating them a few times a day, you don't need to think. You just say them naturally. That's how fluency is built, not by magic, but by repetition and self-conversation. 2. Speaking alone builds confidence before speaking publicly. Many people want to speak English fluently, but they're afraid of making mistakes in front of others. They say, "I'm shy. I don't want people to laugh at my accent. I understand English, but I can't speak." Sound familiar? Here's the solution. Practice in private first. When you talk to yourself, there's no one judging you, no one correcting you. You can experiment, you can make mistakes, and you can learn safely. Think of it like a gym for your mouth and brain. Before you play football, you train. Before you sing on stage, you rehearse. Talking to yourself is your rehearsal for real conversations. You can do it anywhere. In front of a mirror, while walking, while driving, even quietly in your head before sleeping. The more you do it, the more comfortable you become. One day, you'll notice something magical. When someone speaks to you in English, your brain responds instantly. You'll think, "Wow, I didn't translate. I just spoke." That's progress. That's confidence. 3. Your voice is your best teacher. Here's a simple truth. You can be your own best teacher if you listen to your own voice. When you speak English aloud, you begin to hear your pronunciation. You start noticing small mistakes that you never catch in silence. For example, maybe you always say axe instead of ask. Maybe you pronounce comfortable as comfortable instead of comfortable. By hearing your own voice, you become aware, and awareness is the first step to improvement. Try this. 1. Choose a short paragraph or dialogue. 2. Read it aloud while recording yourself on your phone. Then listen to your voice as if it were someone else's. Ask yourself, did I sound clear? Did I pronounce words correctly? Did I sound natural or robotic? You'll notice patterns, words you mispronounce, sentences you pause too long, or filler sounds like and ah. Each recording becomes a mirror of your progress. With time, your pronunciation, rhythm, and tone will improve naturally, not by memorizing rules, but by listening to yourself. 4. Talking to yourself makes English part of your daily life. Learning English should not feel like a school subject. It should feel like living in English. That's what talking to yourself does. It turns English into a habit, a part of your everyday thinking. When you describe your life in English, your brain starts owning the language. For example, when you wake up, "Good morning, I slept well." When making breakfast, "I'm boiling eggs. I need some tea." Before leaving, "Let's check the keys and phone." You're not just memorizing words, you're using them in real situations. And that's how native speakers learn their language, through daily context. So, instead of studying English once a week for 2 hours, make it a small part of your day, every day. 1 minute of self-talk is better than 1 hour of silence. 5. The power of positive inner dialogue. Now, let's talk about something deeper, your inner voice. Because talking to yourself is not only about grammar or pronunciation, it's also about how you talk to yourself emotionally. When you make mistakes, what do you say? Do you tell yourself, "I'm stupid, my English is terrible"? Or do you say, "It's okay, I'm learning, I'll get better"? The words you use inside your mind shape your progress. A negative inner voice kills confidence. A positive one builds it. So, every time you talk to yourself in English, add encouragement. "I'm improving. My pronunciation is getting better. I enjoy speaking. I love this language." When your brain associates English with positive feelings, you'll enjoy learning. And when you enjoy it, you'll learn faster. Remember, you are not only practicing English, you're also training your mindset. and mindset is everything. 6. Example daily self-talk routine. Let's make it practical. Here's a sample daily self-talk plan you can follow. Morning, 2 to 3 minutes. Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I feel fresh and motivated. I'll go to work soon. I need to prepare my breakfast first. I'll take tea with milk today because I feel a bit sleepy. Let's open the window. Wow, it's sunny. This is simple English, but it activates your speaking muscle. Midday, during work or study. I'm reading my notes. I understand most of them. Oh, this word is new. Let me check it on Google. Okay, it means example. Nice. I'll use it later. Evening reflection. I did a lot today. I'm proud of myself. My English practice went well. Tomorrow, I'll try speaking about a topic like travel or my favorite movie. Each of these small self-talk moments helps you stay connected with English throughout the day. It doesn't require books or teachers, just you and your voice. 7. Why most learners fail and how you can succeed. Let's be honest. Most learners fail not because they are lazy, but because they think improvement must be big and dramatic. They wait for the perfect time, after exams, after work, after the weekend. But the truth is, the best time is always now. If you start talking to yourself today, even for 5 minutes, you've already done more than many who only plan to learn. Success in English doesn't come from big effort once a month. It comes from small, consistent actions every day. Talking to yourself is one of those small actions. It doesn't need money. It doesn't need anyone's permission. Just your voice, your will, and your belief that every word you say takes you closer to fluency. 8. Turning self-talk into real conversations. After a few weeks of self-practice, something changes. You start hearing English in your thoughts. You begin forming sentences automatically. Then, when you meet someone, in class, online, or at work, your brain is ready. That's when self-talk becomes real talk. Your tongue, your pronunciation, your confidence, they all start aligning. This is why self-talk is not just practice. It's preparation for real life. By the time you speak with others, you already know how to express yourself. Your voice feels familiar. Your confidence feels natural. And the best part? You begin enjoying conversations because your brain no longer panics, it flows. 9. The 21-day challenge, building a habit. If you want to see real improvement, commit to a 21-day challenge. For 21 days, talk to yourself in English every single day, even if only 5 minutes. Here's how you can do it. 1. Choose a topic each day. Food, travel, dreams, family, goals. Talk about it aloud for a few minutes. Record your voice. Listen and note one thing to improve. Repeat tomorrow with a new topic. After 21 days, compare your first recording with your latest one. You'll be shocked. Your tone will be smoother, your pronunciation sharper, your pauses shorter, and your confidence higher. That's the power of daily self-practice. 10. You create your English world. Remember, the environment shapes language learning. If you live in a non-English country, it's normal that opportunities to speak are rare. But self-talk changes that. It turns your room into a classroom, your mirror into a conversation partner, your thoughts into English training. Suddenly, you don't need to find an English-speaking environment. You create it. Every object around you becomes a learning tool. This is a cup. I use it for tea. This is my phone. I'm charging it. This is my notebook. I'm writing my goals. When you describe your world in English, the language becomes part of your identity. And when English becomes part of you, fluency is inevitable. 11. The mirror method. Speak with confidence and emotion. One of the most effective techniques to improve your speaking confidence is called the mirror method. It's exactly what it sounds like. You stand in front of a mirror and talk to yourself in English. Now, why does this work so well? Because when you speak in front of a mirror, you don't only hear your voice, you see your expressions, body language, and gestures. This helps you become aware of your facial expressions, improve pronunciation and lip movement, learn to use natural hand gestures, and, most importantly, boost your confidence. Imagine this like a personal stage. You're both the speaker and the audience. Here's how you can do it step by step. 1. Stand in front of the mirror. Look at yourself. Smile. Feel comfortable with your reflection. 2. Choose a topic. It could be about your day, your goals, your favorite movie, or even your feelings. 3. Speak for 2 to 3 minutes. Don't worry about mistakes. Just express your thoughts naturally. 4. Observe your body language. Are you smiling? Are you slouching? Do you sound confident or shy? 5. End with positive affirmations. For example, I speak clearly. I'm improving every day. I love speaking English. This small daily habit changes your relationship with English. Because when you see yourself speaking confidently, your brain starts believing you are confident, and that belief becomes your new reality. 12. Shadowing technique. Train like native speakers. The shadowing technique is one of the best ways to sound more natural and fluent in English. It's used by interpreters, actors, and advanced learners around the world. Here's how it works. You listen to a short piece of English audio, maybe from a YouTube video, podcast, or a movie, and you speak along at the same time, almost like an echo. The goal is not to translate or memorize, but to match the rhythm, pronunciation, and tone of the speaker. Let's break it down. 1. Choose your source. Pick a short audio clip, maybe 1 or 2 minutes long. It can be from a speech, a TED Talk, a movie dialogue, or an English learning channel. 2. Listen carefully once. Understand the meaning of what's being said. 3. Play again and repeat immediately after each sentence. Try to match the timing and emotion of the speaker. 4. Record yourself and compare. Listen to both versions. Notice where your pronunciation or intonation differs. With time, you'll start developing natural rhythm, improved pronunciation, native-like stress patterns, and stronger listening comprehension. This technique is powerful because it trains your ear and mouth together. Your brain learns to hear and speak English as one system, just like native speakers do. You can practice this for 5 to 10 minutes daily, and it will completely change your fluency. 13. Scenario simulation. Talk like you're already there. One big reason learners struggle to speak is that they never imagine themselves in real situations. So here's a fun and effective idea. Create mini scenarios in your mind and act them out. Pretend you are already in those situations. For example, ordering food in a restaurant, booking a hotel, introducing yourself at a job interview, talking to a new friend, asking for directions. Then speak aloud as if it's happening right now. Example, "Good evening. Could I have a table for 2, please?" "Sure. Do you have a reservation?" "Yes, it's under the name Awara." You can play both roles, the customer and the waiter. It might sound funny, but it's extremely powerful. You're training your brain to respond automatically in real situations. If you repeat these imaginary conversations often, when the real situation comes, your brain already knows what to say. That's how you remove fear. That's how you replace hesitation with fluency. 14. Emotion-based self-talk. Speak with emotions, not just words. Many learners focus only on grammar or vocabulary, but real communication is more than that. It's about emotion, how you feel and how you express it. So let's make your self-talk emotional. Instead of saying, "I am happy," say, "Wow, I feel so happy today. Everything is going great." Instead of, "I am angry," say, "Ugh, I'm so frustrated right now. I can't believe that happened." The difference is huge. When you add feelings, your English becomes alive. You learn to use tone, stress, and emotion, just like real conversation. Try practicing these emotions daily. Excitement, sadness, surprise, confidence, calmness. Each emotion changes your voice, rhythm, and energy. This helps you sound more natural, not robotic. Remember, English is not only a language of words, it's a language of feelings. 15. Journal speaking. Turn thoughts into spoken words. Here's another amazing method. Journal speaking. Instead of writing your daily journal, you speak it aloud in English. Every night before sleeping, talk for 3 to 5 minutes about your day. Today was a long day. I woke up early, went to work, and had a meeting with my boss. I felt tired but proud because I did my best. This method helps you practice storytelling, reflect on your day in English, build longer, connected sentences, develop emotion expression. It's also a great way to end your day with gratitude. You can even record these spoken journals and listen later to see how your English improves week by week. 16. Vocabulary expansion through self-talk. Another benefit of talking to yourself is vocabulary growth. When you speak daily, you realize which words you don't know. For example, you might say, I went to what's that word? The place where you fix your car? Then you look it up. Garage. Next time, you'll remember it easily. Here's a smart trick. Create a self-talk vocabulary list. Whenever you can't express something during self-talk, write it down. Later, learn that word and use it the next day. 17. Combine listening plus self-talk equals double power. Fluency comes when speaking and listening support each other. So try this combined method. Listen to short audio, then respond aloud to what you heard. For example, after watching a video about travel, say, "Wow, I liked how she described the city. If I travel there, I would visit the museum too." This not only improves comprehension, but also helps you think critically in English. You're not repeating, you're responding. That's real communication. You can also use podcasts or English lessons and pause every few minutes to summarize aloud what you understood. Example, okay, he said the main reason for climate change is pollution. That makes sense because blah, 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 blah. Every time you do this, you're training your speaking and listening at the same time, a perfect combination for fluency. 18. Fixing mistakes without fear. Many learners stop talking because they fear mistakes. But remember this golden rule. Mistakes are evidence of effort. If you never make mistakes, you're not learning. You're just staying silent. Here's a smart way to fix mistakes through self-talk. 1. Record your 2-minute self-talk. 2. Play it back slowly. 3. Write down your errors, grammar, pronunciation, or word choice. 4. Correct them and repeat the same self-talk again. Example, first attempt, he go to work every day. Correction, he goes to work every day. After repeating the corrected version, your brain locks it in. That's how improvement happens, small correction after small correction. Remember, every fluent speaker you admire once spoke imperfectly too. The only difference is they didn't stop. 19. Motivational Self-Talk. Programming your mind for success. Your self-talk should not only train your English, it should also train your mindset. Say things like, I'm becoming fluent. I'm confident in English. I love expressing myself. English helps me connect with the world. These are not just words, they're mental commands. When repeated daily, they shape your self-image. Your brain starts to believe what you say to it, and belief changes behavior. So if you tell yourself, "I can't speak English," your brain stops trying. But if you tell yourself, "I'm improving every day," your brain looks for proof, and you start seeing results faster. That's why powerful self-talk is both linguistic and psychological training. You're learning a language and programming your confidence at the same time. 20. The 5-minute formula for busy learners. Many people say, "I don't have time to practice every day." But here's the truth. You don't need hours. You just need 5 minutes of focused practice daily. Here's the formula. 1. 1 minute warm-up. Simple sentences about your surroundings. It's evening. I'm sitting on my chair. My phone is on the table. 2. 2 minutes. Choose one topic, like food, hobbies, or dreams, and talk freely. 3. 1 minute. Record and listen. 4. 1 minute. End with positive affirmations in English. I did great today. I'm learning fast. 5 minutes. That's it. But if you do it every day, your progress after 1 month will shock you, because consistency beats perfection. 21. How talking to yourself changes your thinking patterns. At first, self-talk may feel mechanical, but after a few weeks, your brain begins to think in English automatically. Instead of thinking, "What's the English for how are you?" you'll just say, "Hey, how are you doing?" That's when you know your language has moved from your head to your heart. English becomes not something you study, but something you live. You'll start describing things in English without effort. You'll dream in English. You'll argue, laugh, and plan in English. That's the power of internal conversation. The voice in your head becomes your English teacher and your lifelong friend. 22. The secret ingredient. Enjoy the process. Now let's talk about the secret ingredient behind every great learner: joy. If learning feels like punishment, you'll quit. But if it feels like play, you'll continue. So make self-talk fun. Act like a movie character. Pretend you're a YouTuber explaining your day. Tell jokes to yourself. Create stories with imagination. The more fun you have, the faster you learn, because your brain learns best when it's happy, relaxed, and curious. Fluency is not about forcing yourself, it's about falling in love with the journey. 23. The 30-day self-talk challenge. Fluency is not built in a classroom. It's built through daily repetition. So here's a simple yet life-changing idea. Challenge yourself for 30 days to talk to yourself in English. Each day has a clear goal. Each step builds upon the last. Here's how your plan can look. Week 1. Build the habit. Goal: Get comfortable hearing your own voice. Focus, short, simple, everyday sentences. Day 1. Introduce yourself. My name is Awara. I'm from Kurdistan. I'm learning English because... Day 2. Describe your surroundings. I'm sitting in my room. The window is open. The air feels fresh. Day 3. Talk about your morning routine. I wake up at 6 a.m., brush my teeth, drink water. Day 4. Describe your emotions. I feel happy because I finished my work early. Day 5. Practice mirror talk. Smile, speak confidently, and record yourself. Day 6. Talk about food or what you cooked. Day 7. Reflect on your week. What did I learn? What felt difficult? What improved? At this stage, don't worry about mistakes. The goal is to start speaking and make English part of your daily life. Week 2. Expand your speaking power. Goal: express ideas and opinions more clearly. Focus: use longer sentences and personal thoughts. Day 8. Talk about your favorite hobby or interest. Day 9. Explain what you do at work or school. Day 10. Imagine giving advice to your younger self. Day 11. Describe a memory from childhood. Day 12. Talk about a challenge you overcame. Day 13. Describe your ideal weekend or vacation. Day 14. Record and re-listen to one of your talks. Notice improvement in confidence. During this week, you'll notice your vocabulary expanding naturally. You'll stop translating in your head. That's your first sign of real fluency. Week 3. Practice real-life scenarios. Goal: prepare for real conversations before they happen. Focus: role play, emotional tone, and reaction speed. Day 15. Ordering food at a restaurant. Day 16. Introducing yourself in a job interview. Day 17. Talking with a tourist or foreign colleague. Day 18. Making small talk about the weather or sports. Day 19. Expressing opinions. Agree, disagree politely. Day 20. Talking about future goals or dreams. Day 21. Self-review. Record a 5-minute monologue on any topic. This week helps you build automatic speech patterns. You'll start feeling like you can handle real-life conversations easily. Week 4. Transform into an English thinker. Goal: think, feel, and reflect in English. Focus: deep topics, storytelling, and self-reflection. Day 22. Talk about what success means to you. Day 23. Share your opinion about social media. Day 24. Tell a story about something that changed your life. Day 25. Talk about a book, movie, or podcast you love. Day 26. Imagine giving a motivational speech to others. Day 27. Reflect on gratitude. What are you thankful for? Day 28. Talk about how English has changed your confidence. Day 29. Summarize your month's progress. Day 30. Celebrate. Talk about your journey, challenges, and goals ahead. After 30 days, your brain will start thinking directly in English. Your tongue will move naturally, and most importantly, you'll realize that English has become part of your identity. 24. Track your progress. See yourself grow. Improvement often feels invisible, especially when you practice every day. You might think, am I really getting better? That's why it's so important to track your progress. When you measure your growth, you can actually see how far you've come, even if it feels slow. Here's a simple way to do it. Get a small notebook or use your phone and create your own English progress log. Every day after your self-talk practice, take 1 minute to write a short reflection. Write down what you talked about, how long you spoke, and how confident you felt on a scale from 1 to 10. Also note any new words you used or learned, and write a quick comment about how the session went. For example, on your first day, you might write, "Today I introduced myself in English for 5 minutes. I felt a bit shy but proud that I started." A week later, you might write something like, "I talked about my hobbies today for 6 minutes. I spoke longer sentences and felt more relaxed." And after a few weeks, maybe you'll notice this. "I talked about my future dreams for 8 minutes. I sounded confident and used new words like opportunity and ambition." See what's happening? Each note tells a story, the story of your growth. At the end of every week, go back and read your entries. You'll notice real changes. Your confidence will have increased, your speaking time will have grown, and your vocabulary will have expanded. This reflection is powerful because it turns invisible progress into something you can see and feel. Even on the days when you feel lazy or discouraged, looking back at your notes will remind you how much you've already achieved, and it will motivate you to keep going. Remember, progress doesn't happen in a straight line. Some days you'll feel great, other days you'll struggle, but as long as you keep showing up, you're still moving forward. Tracking your progress helps you prove that to yourself. 25. Combine self-talk with the 4 core skills. Fluency is like a strong table with 4 legs: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. Self-talk improves speaking, but if you combine it with the others, you become unstoppable. Let's see how. Speaking, self-talk. Speak daily. Use mirror method, shadowing, emotional tone. Listening. After self-talk, listen to native speakers. Watch YouTube, podcasts, or TED Talks. Imitate their rhythm and accent. Reading. Choose short stories or articles, then summarize them aloud. Reading expands vocabulary and gives you real examples of grammar in context. Writing. Write what you say, even short paragraphs. Writing organizes your thoughts and strengthens grammar memory. Example. You talk about your favorite movie. Later, write it down as a journal entry. Now you've practiced speaking, listening, reading, and writing, all from one topic. That's smart learning. 25. Mindset. Replace excuses with action. Every learner faces moments of doubt. You might think, I don't have time. I feel tired. My English is not good enough. But let's be honest. You don't need perfect conditions. You just need 5 minutes of focus and courage. Remember this formula. Progress equals daily action times belief. Every small effort counts. You don't need to speak perfectly. Just speak consistently. When you talk to yourself every day, you prove to your brain that English is not study time, it's lifetime. And when English becomes life, fluency follows naturally. 26. Build emotional connection with English. Let's go deeper. Language is not only about words, it's about emotion. If English feels stressful, your brain blocks learning. But if it feels joyful, your brain opens up. So connect English to your passions. If you love music, then sing English songs aloud. If you love movies, then repeat your favorite actors' lines. If you love travel, then imagine talking to people in airports. This makes learning emotional, not mechanical. And emotion is the fuel that keeps you going even when motivation fades. 27. Create your personal English space. To make self-talk a daily routine, create an English corner in your life. Here's how. Change your phone language to English. Label objects in your room: door, chair, lamp. Notebook. Write sticky notes with motivational phrases. Speak it till you own it. Every word counts. Fluency is my habit. Keep a mirror near your study table, your daily speaking partner. Play English audio in the background while cooking or cleaning. This environment constantly reminds your brain, this is my English zone. 28. Turn self-talk into storytelling. Once you're comfortable speaking about daily life, start telling stories. Storytelling improves your sentence structure, emotional range, imagination, vocabulary variety. You can retell personal memories, fairy tales, or news stories. Here's an example. Once I was traveling to Herbal for a university event. The weather was hot and the car's air conditioner broke down. But instead of complaining, I started singing in English to pass the time. Everyone laughed, and suddenly the heat didn't matter anymore. See how it connects emotion, description, and rhythm? That's real communication, not memorized grammar. And the best part? You can create new stories daily. It's like writing your own English movie script with you as the main character. 29. Overcoming boredom and burnout. Even with the best plan, some days will feel hard. You might feel bored or lazy. That's normal. Here's how to stay on track. Change the setting. Talk while walking, driving, or cooking. Change the topic. Choose funny or emotional subjects. Change the format. Record short videos of yourself speaking. Reward yourself. After each week, treat yourself to something small. Your favorite drink, a short trip, a movie. Rewards train your brain to associate English with pleasure, not pressure. 30. Think in English, the final stage. After several weeks of consistent self-talk, you'll notice something extraordinary. You'll start thinking in English automatically. At first, it may happen in short thoughts. I'm hungry. It's late. I should go. Then it grows. Maybe I'll call my friend tomorrow. I need to finish this report before 6. This means your mind has accepted English as one of its natural languages. You're no longer translating, you're living the language. That's when fluency becomes part of your identity. 31. Real-world applications. From self-talk to social talk. The ultimate goal of self-talk is real communication. So once you're confident speaking alone, start sharing your voice with others. Here's how. Join English-speaking clubs or online groups. Find a language exchange partner. Comment in English on social media posts. Speak English at work whenever possible. Record short motivational videos, like your English Empire channel. You'll realize that people respect and admire your effort, and the practice you did alone becomes visible confidence in the real world. 32. Evaluate yourself. Evaluate yourself every month. Fluency is a journey, not a race. Every month, take time to evaluate yourself. Ask these questions. Can I express my thoughts clearly? Do I pause less when speaking? Am I using new vocabulary naturally? Do I enjoy English more than before? Write your answers in a journal. If you notice even small progress, celebrate it. That's how growth looks. 33. Believe in long-term transformation. Many people quit learning English because they expect instant results. But fluency grows like a tree, slowly, silently, and beautifully. Your daily self-talk is like watering that tree. Some days it grows fast. Some days it rests, but it never stops. So don't compare yourself to others. Compare yourself only to your yesterday. Each sentence you speak, each word you learn, each moment you push through fear, that's success. Consistency beats talent, and belief beats fear. A message from your future self. Imagine meeting your future self 1 year from now. That version of you speaks English naturally, confidently, without hesitation. What would that version say to you today? Probably something like, "Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for practicing even when it felt strange. Thank you for talking to yourself every day. It changed everything." That's the reward of persistence. You'll look back and realize the small daily talks built a big, lifelong skill. And that's it, my amazing friends. Remember, every word you speak brings you closer to fluency. Keep talking to yourself, keep believing in yourself, and never stop improving. If this lesson inspired you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to English Empire for more powerful tips and motivation every week. Your voice is your power, so use it proudly. Until next time, keep speaking, keep shining, and keep growing.